Hi guys, my name is Sierra. I am a diamond coach and I've been a coach with Beachbody for 2 years now. I just wanted to share a little bit with you guys about who I am, what I was before I became a coach, and where I am at now, where I'm headed, and all that good stuff. As you can, please ignore my lovely husband's shoe collection behind me. But anyways, before I was a coach, I was in school to be a forensic psychologist. I was dating somebody, about to get engaged. I literally had my life planned. I was going to become a forensic psychologist. I was going to marry this guy, and we were going to live happily ever after. And if I decided not to marry this guy, I was going to graduate school and I was going to move to Boston or Chicago and do my FBI stuff. And then at some point I would settle down. You know, the guy part was whatever, but no matter what, I was going to be a forensic psychologist. That did not pan out. I actually ended up getting kicked out of school. And this was actually the second time I had been kicked out of school. And not too long after that, I ended up breaking up with this guy on my birthday. It's pretty awesome. So in literally a matter of a couple of months, my little picture that I had painted in my head had been washed away. I did not know what to do. So I kind of turned to partying to cope with everything. I got mixed in with drinking and doing some drugs and hooking up with guys. And I really just didn't care. I mean, it helped numb the pain and what I was feeling and going through. So not too long into all of that, my coach contacted me about joining one of her groups. It was actually towards the beginning of the year because I remember seeing something about joining a group for New Year's Eve and, you know, changing your health for the new year. And that's something that I really needed to do because all the partying that I'd been doing was really taking a toll on my body. And not only that, I was just mentally destroyed. So I talked to her a little bit about it, and just like a lot of people, I was hesitant. I wanted to make the change, but I wasn't there yet. I really wasn't at my rock bottom. So I told her no, and a week later, she actually came back and said, you know, I know you didn't want to join my group, but I've been watching your Facebook a lot, and you post a lot of really, you know, motivating and encouraging things. Like, the stuff you post is really uplifting. And that kind of triggered me in a good way because even going through all the negative things in my life, even with school and my fiance, my past, I really went through a lot of things, and I was still really positive about it because being positive made me feel good. I know that sounds weird, but it was helping people and knowing that something that I was saying was helping them and encouraging them made me feel good. And at this point in my life, I knew that that's all I really had. I knew that I was good at making people feel good, and I was helping them realize what they needed to do. I was a good psychologist, Sierra. I could do it for other people. I just couldn't do it for myself. So we talked about coaching, and I once again said, I don't know, but I'll pray about it. So she said, okay, pray about it. So she came back to me a week later and asked me, and I said, all right, let's do this. I've got nothing to lose. I mean, I've got a clean slate. Let's do this. Let's go with it. So I did. And honestly, it was the best decision that I ever made. I firmly believe that God brought coaching into my life at just the right time because when I began coaching, my life went like this, and then it went like this. And if it wasn't for the community that I had encountered from becoming a coach, I honestly think I would have done something ridiculous. I mean, my life was, the devil was on point whenever I started to go up with my life, and it was really hard to handle. But, so after becoming a coach, you know, like I said, things kind of went downhill, but I ended up meeting my husband. And when we were dating about 9-10 months into our relationship, we found out we were having a baby. So it was kind of in that moment that things just got real to me. It was no more coaching for a hobby or something for fun. It was, holy cow, Cierra, you're about to be a mom, and you still aren't doing anything with yourself except for working, and that's about it. I knew that I did not want my kid growing up in daycare. I knew that I didn't want to continue to struggle like I had been struggling. And I saw what other coaches were doing, and I knew the potential that was there, and I wanted to go for it. So going for it is what I am doing right now. My son is 5 months old, and I currently am at home working with him. I do contract work for my day job, and I also am coaching full time. And right now I am at a point where I am working towards those big scary goals this year to bring my husband home from his job so both of us can be there for our son. And I have the big scary goals of paying off all of our debts and buying a house, and I really want to pay it forward. I want to pay it forward, and not just to people who have been in my shoes, but I also want to pay it forward to those who really can't help themselves. I mean, I am a preacher's daughter, so I grew up seeing a lot of things that a lot of people normally don't see, and I really wouldn't wish it on anybody to see. I've seen both sides of everything, and it really was put on my heart from a young age to help those people, to help the people who don't know any better. And that's one thing that I want to use with my business, is I want to get to a point where I can help those people. I wish I could say from day one I had this desire for my business to be a ministry for God, but honestly it wasn't until probably a couple of months ago that I really, God laid it on my heart that my business to be a ministry for Him. And so that is how I run my business. But I know I probably went on a million different rabbit trails, but that's just a little bit about who I am and where I came from, and where I'm going. Like always, my life is an open book, so if any of you have any questions at all, please feel free to ask me, shoot me a message, or comment below, and I will totally do that for you. But yeah, that is Cierra.